Hi again, first grade students. So our next lesson here is actually a test. In your learning packets this week, I provided chapter 22 test for you. If I didn't write your name at the top, please right now write your first name up here at the top. And this is page 75. Make sure you have the right paper to work with me. This is a test. I'm still going to help you. I'm going to help you with this first sentence. But I'm going to let you on your own do sentence number 2 on your own. This section I think I put optional. I want you to do the capitalization on your own. And I'll do a couple of the contractions with you. But let's go ahead and work on classifying, labeling our sentence number 1 here. First, let's read it. The pretty birthday candles melted slowly on the cake. The pretty birthday candles melted slowly on the cake. By the way, the reason I'm doing this with you again, some of you did super well on your labeling your sentences last week. There's still a couple of concepts that kids are struggling with a little bit. So that's why I thought it would be still fine. If we were in the classroom, maybe you would be doing this completely on your own. But since we had a little bit of a shake-up in our educational plan this year, I'm still gonna help you on this first sentence. All right. Again, the pretty birthday candles melted slowly on the cake. Before we do anything else, I want you kids to find the subject noun. Again, the subject noun is who or what the sentence is about. It's the main noun of this sentence. Noun, of course, is person, place, or thing, and we want to find the main. There could be many nouns in a sentence, but we want to find who or what the sentence is actually about. The pretty birthday candles melted slowly on the cake. I hope, go ahead and see if you know. Of course, don't use a pen, use a pencil if you need to erase. I hope you kids put SN above or below the word candles. That is our subject noun in the sentence. Second thing I want you to do is find the main verb. And looks like it's right after our subject noun. So melted is definitely action, right? That's action, that's doing something. I'm going to label that with V for verb. At this point too, I'm also going to chop my sentence. I know that this is my subject part of the sentence, and this is my predicate part of the sentence, the action part. And so some teachers may want you to do the underlining, where it's one line under the subject part of the sentence and 2 lines under the predicate. And that's fine too. Just for me, for teaching these last few years, I've noticed it gets kind of sloppy, and that's what another program I used. We used to do just a chop, a forward slash. Okay, now we have our 2 most important words. And we're going to go to our subject part of the sentence. We're going to start thinking about how these sentences, what do they do to the subject noun? The pretty birthday candles. Well, birthday is sometimes a noun, but in this case, since this is our subject noun, birthday in this case is an adjective to candles. It's actually describing what kind of candles. Remember, adjectives describe what kind, which one, and how many. This describes what kind of candles they are. They are birthday candles. And it also, if we go here to pretty, that also describes what kind of candles they are. So we're going to put another ADJ there, because that does indeed describe our candles. Pretty candles, birthday candles. What were the candles? They were birthday candles, and they were also pretty candles. And finally, the easiest one of all is our article adjective, and that also does describe our subject noun. The candles, the pretty candles, the birthday candles. All of this is the subject part of the sentence, and we now have it all labeled. Please write along with me as we go. Let's scooch over to our predicate part of our sentence. Melted slowly on the cake. So melted is our main verb. Slowly, slowly. Do you kids remember what adverbs are? Adverbs describe how, when, or where the action happened. And in this case, slowly does indeed describe how the action happened. The action happened slowly. They melted slowly. Slowly they melted. Okay? So verb, adverb. Now we get to the word on. What is on? If you need to, feel free to, even though this is a test, you are welcome to use your list of prepositions that you have. Go ahead and get that out if you're not sure. But you will see on there that on is indeed a preposition. It's a common preposition. And we know that usually after, we know that prepositions connect one noun to the rest of the sentence. Or it connects an object to the rest of the subject. So if we're looking for a noun, the is not a noun, but cake is indeed a noun. So guess what? Cake is the object of our preposition. It is a noun. Remember, OPs are always nouns. Some people call them object nouns. But for this program, we call them object of the preposition. So we have our preposition, the object of our preposition, they tie together, and just right in between we have a regular old article adjective. One more thing I want to go over with you kids is something called a prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrases always begin with the preposition. So in this case, our preposition is on, and they end with the object of the preposition. So I want you to start putting parentheses around prepositional phrases. On the cake is our prepositional phrase. And you're going to put, these are called parentheses. There's one over here right before the preposition, and the opposite rounded one is over here on the other side of the object of the preposition. Later on, you'll find there's sentences that have more than one prepositional phrase sometimes. Anyway, I know that's new to you, but I think you can do it. I know you can do it. It's kind of an easy concept because that's all you have to remember is it starts with the preposition, ends with the prepositional phrase. So I'm not going to help you with this one, but I do want you to think for a moment. Well, just go ahead and do it on your own. If you find a preposition, however, and you need to decide what the prepositional phrase is, you might take a look at that. But I'm not going to help you with that anymore. Okay, you're going to do that on your own, the rest of that on your own, that on your own, possibly that. Please capitalize. How many does it say? It says three words in here need to be capitalized. Don't forget that the first letter of every sentence should be capitalized. And don't forget that proper nouns need to be capitalized. And proper nouns encompass many things such as names, days of the week, months of the year, cities, states, counties, street names, holidays, Hopefully you can remember. And be sure and put a punctuation at the end. It's either going to be a period, so you would just put a dot, or it's going to be a question mark, and you would put a question mark. And by reading the sentence, you'll know which one goes there. I'm going to help you just with one. I'm going to help you with two down here. We just did a lesson on it. Hopefully, you're kind of feeling more comfortable about contractions. But I will go ahead and do a couple of them with you. So in this column, we're going to make the two words into a contraction. Did not becomes what contraction, kids? Did not becomes didn't. Okay? So that one's finished. By the way, even though it's a test, I am going to let you use your reference books if you need to. This is not easy teaching distantly and for you to learn distantly. So I think it's totally fine if you need to use your reference books until you get more used to these concepts. I'm going to do one more for you on this side. We're going to do the opposite. We're going to make contractions. We're going to split them back into their two words. By the way, once in a while, can not used to be two words. Can and then not. Eventually it became one word in our language. So that's an exception in contractions. When I say it's two words contracting together, in this case, cannot is not two words. I just want to clarify that. It used to be. Let's look over here. Let's look at the words, or the contraction doesn't. What would doesn't become when it's chopped back up into two words? Doesn't. I think I know. If you kids need to look at your reference books, you may. But doesn't actually becomes does space not. Okay? Does, doesn't, does not, doesn't. All right? And remember, you can tell where the letters are missing, and that's where the apostrophe is. Sometimes it's more than one letter, but we'll talk about that later. So go ahead and please complete the rest of the contractions. Complete your capital letters, your synonyms and antonyms, which, by the way, you kids did really well on your lessons last week. And, of course, please classify and label sentence number 2. I think I put this as optional, but you're welcome to fill that in. The back is optional, but I so love it when you kids challenge yourselves. I have not yet taught you verb tenses. So if you want to try that, if you want to read your reference book and try verb tenses, you may. But I have a little bit of a problem because this program, on the first level, they have you write a certain number for the different verb tenses. But at level 2, they make you write different numbers. So I'm a little hesitant to teach you to do it a certain way this year, when next year you have to rethink a different way. But feel free to do all the rest. I love it. I will reward you, actually, if you can do as much as you can on the opposite side. But let your parent decide. Your parents know whether you can manage. If you're already doing a lot of other work and you just need to get that other work done, this is just optional. All right? So I'm going to close out, and I hope to see you soon. Hopefully we'll see each other soon, okay? Bye, kiddos.